Capturing movement in your photos seems like a bit of an oxymoron since a photo is supposed to be a still moment in time, no? That won't stop us from trying and getting some pretty cool photos out of it. And today we show you how. This is DIY in 5. Hey everyone, welcome to DIY in 5, the show where we make tech easy so you can feel comfortable tackling it on your own in short little 5-minute or less videos. Today, we are adding a new arrow to our quiver of photography skills, and that's effectively and artistically capturing movement in a still photo. So let's get started. When it comes to capturing motion in photography, it's all about shutter speed. A faster shutter speed can freeze a moving subject, whereas a slower shutter speed will cause a moving subject to blur in your photo. Too much blur? No bueno. Just the right amount of artistic blur can be really cool. Either way, you'll want to shoot in shutter speed mode so you have ultimate control of the shutter speed without having to adjust everything manually, slowing you down as your subjects whiz on by. Once you've got shutter speed mode selected, then you'll want to set the ISO depending on the light. In very bright or very low light situations, you may not have a great range of shutter speeds to choose from, so keep that in mind when deciding when and where to shoot. Okay. Let's say you want to take a clear picture of a fast-moving subject. You'll want to select a very fast shutter speed, like very, very fast, like over 1/1000th of a second fast to be safe for athletes or fast-moving children. For a bird flying or a vehicle, you may want to up that to 1/2000th or 1/4000th of a second respectively. Now, if you want a slight blur to help show the movement, a shutter speed between 1/350th to 1/500th of a second will do a great job of freezing, but still show a small amount of blur. It all depends on the speed of your subject and what you're hoping to achieve visually with your photo. If you want to go all out and get a lot of blur in your photos, a long exposure, which is slower shutter speed, is where it's at. Think 1/30th of a second for bikes and around 1/125th of a second for fast-moving cars. For these types of shots, you'll want to be sure to use a tripod or lean against a wall to stay steady. Anything not moving will appear clearly in focus in the photo, while the moving subject will blur. Whenever you are shooting movement, you will be taking a lot of photos, experimenting with movement, light, and maybe even taking burst photos to get exactly the right shot. Many photographers prefer to shoot in RAW format, but it does increase the amount of storage and write speed required. This is something to keep in mind when capturing motion or shooting in shutter priority mode. Because of this, you'll want to make sure you are prepared with at least one memory card that's formatted, at least 64 gigabytes, and the faster the better, so you aren't missing the action while your camera is buffering. That should cover it. Oh, yeah, and be safe. Get into the action while still giving your subject space to move without, crashing into you. If you found the information in today's video helpful, please feel free to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future tech tips. Also, tell us what kind of photography you're into in the comments. My name's Trisha Hirschberger, and you've been watching DIY in 5. See you next time.